Here we are, back in Ace's Lounge. Y'all know y'all getting a new perspective today. Y'all know y'all get a new perspective today, right? Y'all finna learn some new shit. Today, we discussing episode 1 of Moon Knight. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. The niggas have been telling me to watch. Spirit been trying to tell me to watch too. I was supposed to come back at 9. I know I'm late. Spirit had other plans. That's how it goes. And but back to Moon Knight. This show. This is the one. This is the one. This is the best shit I've seen come out of Marvel by far. Live action, I should say. But nigga, I probably have bias because I'm a fan. I'm big on the Egyptian. I'm big on the comedics. And oh boy, they had it in here, boy. They had it in here. They had a hella symbolism. The whole episode, I watched the full 6. I watched the whole series on one sitting. We just gonna talk about the first episode today, but we'll review the full series. Banger, top tier. Y'all should watch. Y'all should definitely tap in. But as I know, with my decodes, I'm gonna go scene by scene. What I picked up, I'm gonna be describing it to y'all, my interpretations. Spoilers, it's gonna be mad spoilers. If you haven't seen Moon Knight already, and you're more late than me, I say go watch it and then come back. But you're gonna get some gems in this regardless, especially if you fuck with the comedics, especially. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, context. So, I didn't know much about Moon Knight. I fuck with Marvel heavy. My favorite Marvel superheroes is I think the nigga name is Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer for sure. I fuck with Silver Surfer. But they're my favorite Marvel characters. And I know Marvel be dealing with the cosmics. But nigga, I didn't even know they was dealing with the fucking some netters and meters and that motherfucker. The netchers. I was like, what? They got Khonshu in this month. They got Khonshu. You're not gonna find much Khonshu in many books. But nigga, no, what threw me off is when they had I'm getting ahead of myself. But basically, I ain't know much about Moon Knight. So, as I describe her, I'm gonna give it my perspective is when I first watched it, not knowing nothing about Moon Knight. All I knew was that we're getting into some comedics. Other than that, bro, I did not know. What about I say? Shit threw me off. It's hot, but let's go. So. I had to make sure. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to edit this. So first scene starts with bro at the table. He got his hands out like this on I forgot which arm, but he had a tattoo scales. It was the scales of my eye, dealing with the balance. I was like, okay, so we're done with weighing hearts. We're gonna be dealing with the weighing hearts in this show, and boy, do they weigh hearts. The weighing hearts in this motherfucker for real. And then so he's sitting down. He's doing like a little ritual or something. He fills a cup of water. He takes his middle finger and then palmistry. I think that's the Saturn. think that's a Saturn finger. So he goes counterclockwise over the rim with it. Then he sips it till it's gone. Then he puts it back down, like upside down. Folds it with the cloth. He had a staff. The staff had a alligator symbolism for Amit. That was his chief deity that he was working with, type shit. When I first seen it, I was like, okay, I thought it was Sobek. When I originally seen it, I was like, okay, we did with Sobek. Sobek is aligning with Gadana, but also Sebek, also Anubis as well, with Anpu. Look into that. Research. And then he took that, broke the glass, took the glass, and he took it in his he had these Jesus Crocs, put it in the Jesus Crocs, and he walked around with them Crocs, and then the intro started. I was like, that balance, bro. I mean, if he's doing that to himself, he got to be doing some heinous shit, because he's trying to balance out that karma. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like he's trying to balance out that karma by doing that. He's trying to negate it with his actions, and we shall see his actions as we go on. This nigga's played by Ethan Hawke. So right here, I'm gonna just refer to him as Ethan Hawke because I did not catch his name throughout the whole 6 episodes. Not his name in particular. I was just so many downloads. I was getting so many downloads, bro. All right, so then we transition. The nigga bro woke up. He had himself tied to bed. Not Ethan Hawke, but the main character. What's bro name? Steven. He had woke up. He had tied himself to the bed and shit. He had sand surrounded by the bed. I was like, okay, that's a little odd. Oh yeah, my initial thought was like he was trying to like set himself in like comedic atmosphere, like into like the desert atmosphere by having the sand around. And he had some symbolism in his room as well. I was like, is he trying to like set the vibe type shit? But I'm gonna keep on going. He just kept on going to work. He got up, went to work. He worked at the British Museum, Egyptian Museum. So he got all the artifacts in there. This is about to get real interesting here now. So, and this nigga, he had a hieroglyphic phone case. So I was like, okay, so he knows this shit. I was like, he ain't just gonna have a hieroglyphic phone case for nothing. He gotta know his shit. And throughout the show, he does. He knows his shit. Steven knows his shit. They did a good job with the research and everything in the show. Oh, so basically about Steven, because spoiler alert. Basically, we're dealing with two personalities. That's what we're dealing with Moon Knight. Well, we're dealing with multiple personalities. The first personality we're dealing with is Steven. That's the first perspective we're coming from in the show. And basically, he's the quote unquote kind of like dork. He's kind of like, he's awkward. You could say he's awkward. He's not the coolest. He's not the coolest dude, but he's smart. He's smart as fuck. He know what he's doing. He know what he's talking about. But to the world, to the outside world, niggas was come off like he's crazy. Like, so example, when I took the shroom trips, when I took the shrooms for the first time, and I was like, I can see why niggas would be like, oh, this nigga's crazy, or this shit crazy. The feeling crazy, or what I was thinking itself was crazy. I can see why they would say that. Because this show literally shows what it is in terms of the mind, spiritual communication, the different dimensions, the planes, in terms of perspective, like in a grounded reality perspective, like this show really shows what it is down there. Like on a real, like, y'all shall see. Y'all shall see as I explain. What else? What else? What this nigga was doing? He would talk to like the street performer, and the street performer was like, he was inanimate. He was, peep this. He was inanimate. He wouldn't move. That's this symbolic. So he would like just sit and talk to dude about his emotions and everything was going on. What he's doing is he's giving life to it, and he would talk to animals. He would talk to whatever. Talk to himself. He's giving life to these inanimate things, and in that, it's very childlike. It's imaginative. It's very spiritual. Because when you're talking to spirits, when you're trying to talk to your ancestors, you gotta talk to them like they really hear. How to really have that conversation, like how they really talk, like talk how you talk. We talking to the ancients, talk how you talk, like how you had a real conversation. They shall respond. This shit is real, bro. This shit is real, bro. Just speak, bro, and watch. Tap in. You wanna talk to your ancestors? Call them up. Call so forth. Just start talking to them. How you doing? Miss you. How we doing? Oh, you wanna know? Everybody's good. Everybody's good. We making it in this matrix. We making it. Just start talking to him, man. Simple. But he was doing shit like that. But he was talking to him like by his name, like watch. And let's see, what the fuck was this? Oh, he said chicken. Oh, was this in this first scene? Yep. I completely skipped it. So what happened was he So he was working at the museum, and he worked at in the gift shop, right? In the scene, so he had this like white manager, right, white girl. She was just on his ass. You could tell she was not. She didn't care about the chemist, bro. She didn't give a fuck. She was just wanted this nigga to work, do inventory. She was worried about the inventory. Goddamn. And what happened was, what I peeped in this scene was, in the back there was a Bastet statue. It's a black cat. Right next to it was a notebook. Nigga, I seen this, I was like, bro, ain't no way. I got the same damn notebook. But I guarantee you, if you go watch Moon Knight episode 1. I forgot the timestamp. But when they're in the gift shop scene, he's talking to her. Right behind her, there's gonna be a black cat. To the left of it, you gonna see this. I was like, oh. This is meant to be. This is meant to be. I'm definitely on the right track type shit. So I was like, Spirit knew, man. So I was like, at that point, I knew Spirit was gonna be sending me messages or be confirming what I already knew in this show, and that's exactly what they did. Because, like I said, this show is a master class in spiritual communication in the mind. It's a master class. It's a master class. So Bro goes back home. He goes back to sleep. He straps himself to the bed. I was like, okay, they gotta sleep in disorder or something. That's what I picked up. Um, he tries to go to sleep, but he can't. And I was like, this nigga having ascension systems. That's what happens like when your DNA awaken. You just can't go to sleep, bro. You gotta find something to do, like get body temperature, go get hot and shit. Shit I've been going through as well. So he starts just he starts figuring out figuring out a Rubik's Cube, studying and shit. He's studying the needers, what they call it in here, the Ennead. I peeped this shit because they ain't say it in the show. It was just scene by scene, so you gotta watch. And I know him as the needers. They was talking about him as the Ennead, and they was talking about it was just a different section of gods and goddesses from Kemet, Egypt. Now keep on dealing with. He was in London, so we're dealing with the Greek interpretations because they use all the Greek names. They ain't use the Kemetic names, so they ain't use Osar. They ain't use Osset. They ain't use a Heru. They was on East. They say Isis. I was like, oh, I ain't heard Isis before. I just know Isis. Then they had Osiris. Excuse me. And they had Horus. They had Horus in this motherfucker. I ain't seen him, but they called upon him in this bitch. but that was in the later episodes. So yeah, so when they was talking about the Ennead, I was like, nigga, why have I never heard of this and this shit? And I was like, at that point, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start from scratch. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read all the different Kemetic and Egyptian texts that I have or that I know of. So that being, we gonna go through because I'm gonna read them live and study them, code them, interpret them, have them put it. We're gonna do this live, or we're gonna do it on our channel. We're gonna go through all the books. So I got the Kabbalion. We're gonna do the Hermetica. I'm calling this the School of Thoth. I thought we're gonna go. Everyone should go read at least all these books I'm about to name off. Got the Kabbalion, the Hermetica, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Those three, everyone should read. Period. Especially when they get into this metaphysics. Code, especially with the Egyptian Hermetic side as well. Then the Egyptian Book of the Dead, definitely a must read. Then what's the next book? Mayat. You might be able to slip away with, but you definitely I say read everything. That's me personally. I say read everything. I like books. I got hella of them. And then after that, read the Metal Netter. And because in these books, this system of books, I call it a curriculum because it's literally taking you through the first three books are giving you the way of thought, how they thought, the perspective, the philosophy, getting your mind in the groove. You said the Zohar is good too. Yeah, the Zohar is cool too, but this is all dealing with Egypt and the Kemet. The Kabbalah is definitely good. The Kabbalah, we gonna get to the Kabbalah. That's why I just said the Metal Netter, the Tree of Life. The Kemetic Tree of Life, where the original or the channel, because that's what Rod for Man did. But these books. The first three, like that's what I'm saying. They're gonna get your mind in the groove, get you warmed up. The next two, that's getting you into the mythology, because that was the Book of the Dead and Maya. That's getting you into what they studied, the different stories. And after that, you got the Metal Netter, and that's the spiritual system. So that's applying the knowledge, applying the perspectives, applying everything into your spiritual practice. That's what the Metal Netter is. Volume 1. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to do that on the channel. And I bring that up here because when they brought up the Ennead, I was like, why have I never heard of these niggas? Like I've heard of, I know all, I've heard of all the deities. I've heard of all the deities in the Ennead, but I've never heard of the term the Ennead. I never heard of that. But then I looked it up. I was like, okay, the Marvel, in Marvel they call it the Ennead when they're dealing with these goddesses in Marvel. Then it really is the Ennead in the terms of the 9 or 10. And then I was like, and this is interesting. So it was a scene. He was telling her, he was like, on a poster, he was like, they had 7, and he was correcting her. He was like, it's supposed to be 9 of them, not 7. And at that point, I got a download. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this levels. They had 9. Then I looked at, and when I looked up, it said 10 because if they, in there they didn't include Horus at that point. So they had the 10. I was like, if they have 10 deities dealing with in a group, that's the tree of life. That's the tree of life, literally. How you just said the Kabbalah? The Kemetic tree of life? Interplay those 10 energies, those 10 gods and goddesses, where they correlate with the different Sephiroths. We cooking up now, man. We cooking up now, bro. You can, bro. Cooking up now. I was about to drop a super gem, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it because I'm gonna get off topic for real. But I was like, okay, so we're dealing with the tree of life. They're just not calling it that. We just have the Ennead. Perspective, man, different perspectives. They're throwing the gems in there, but if you know, you know. So yeah, that's the whole Metal Knitter right there. But the Metal Knitter in the Kemetic tree of life is not the Ennead deities. Some of my Osiris, Isis is in there. I think Ra's in there, if my memory is correct. I'll put it up here and we edit this, but not all of them is in there. So it's differences, but like I said, you can switch them out if you have the right correlations, type shit. Cause there's tree of life is in many different cultures. I might do another video on the tree of life, but let's keep on going. Yup. Oh, so okay, so the book he was reading, it was talking about how the Ennead is the rift between God and man. I was like the rift between God and man, when in terms of looking at it from the tree of life perspective, is really the connection to becoming a god. It's becoming a god. That's really what it is. And I said, this is some. I was why did I write this? I can't remember. I said this is an Akhenaten shit. I don't even know why I put that. But yeah, but the Ennead was like the basic Egyptian family, quote unquote, starting from my man type shit, going down to Tefnut, Shu, Geb, Nut, Osiris, Isis, going down just like that type shit. And then this is when I was doing my research, and I got that download, and I was like, the Ennead is also seen as animalistic in the Marvel perspective, and I was like, so that would be like Black Panther, but peep, and then they got Spider-Man, people, all these animal characters, all these animal superheroes. We're dealing with spirits, we're dealing with gods, we're dealing with real parts of the human experience that we haven't tapped into or been able to tap into in a long time. That's what that when I watch Marvel, I am watching for documentary study purposes. When I'm watching a Marvel film, Marvel be doing they shit. Marvel be doing the thing. Marvel be doing the thing. See, I hear that. Yeah. Oh, I said not. It's Adam, Shu, Tefnut, Geb, Nut, Osiris, Isis, Neptys, and Seth. That's what the Ennead, when I looked it up, came up as. And no, I want to let y'all know. At this point, y'all would only be 10 minutes from what I've all just described. This is only 10 minutes into the show, and this is why I said I had to stick with it and sit down through the whole 6. And I was shitty. It was only 6. I was like, nigga, this needs to be 15 seasons. This needs to be 15 seasons. Okay, 15 is a little bit much, but shit, fuck 6 episodes. These need to be 6 seasons. Not 6 episodes, need to be 60. This shit is fire, bruh. And so basically he was keeping himself busy until he passed out, and what happened was he woke up in what seemed to be a dream. Spoiler, shit wasn't a dream, shit was real. What he was really experiencing was real, but the way they shot it was they made it seem like it was a dream. I'm gonna explain how. Because in certain points he would just like black out and the dream would skip, or the segment would skip, but certain shit would happen. And in dreams that happens. You'll be in a dream, something happen, and whole fucking scene will change, but you're still in the dream. That happens all the time in the astral plane. He wasn't supposed to be here. He was telling them straight up, like, you're not supposed to be up right now at all. Why did my stream just start over? But and then behind him, a big, tall nigga. He was like 9-10 feet. It was Khonshu, obviously. Nigga appeared upon him and disappeared. I was like, this nigga 9-10 feet. The giants, the Neteru, the ancient peoples being that the giant Igbar keeps coming back. I just said in the Avatar trailer, man. Tall ass niggas. Fucking giants. The ancients. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to edit all this. I'm gonna have to edit this all over the place, man. Not the astral plane calling. So, bro, from the first stream. Oh, so Steven, he runs into the city because he started getting shot at when he like fully set into where he was, and he started blending in with the crowd. And what happened was, nigga Ether Hawk started coming through. Crocsong, Flea shit. And everyone was on him like he was Jesus. They was bound to him. I was like, okay, this nigga got. He got the juice. And then my homie was telling me beforehand that he got Anubis energy because, like I was saying, with that Sebek, the alligator, but it was Ahmet, dude. So I was like, but he was definitely giving off that Ampu energy because what bro ended up doing was weighing hearts with the staff. He was weighing hearts, and then remember how I said he had that scale, Thoth and Anubis. That's who weighs the hearts in the afterlife. So nigga, they know what they're doing. I see. Marvel. I see you. And after watching 6 episodes, I don't think I seen Anubis throughout the whole show. I seen the statues like when they was in the museum, but when it comes to actually like speaking about Anubis, I don't think they did throughout the whole show. I didn't peep it, but I'm gonna have to run it back again. I might see it as I go through each of these episodes again. Cause I watched through all the episodes once in the first sit, and then I went back and watched the first episode, and that's when I took these notes. So I'm probably do it once a week. Probably go through each episode. So next week I'll do episode 2 type shit. Got tell us what I want to do. So it's better if I space it out. You know, balance, chaos, energy. So bro starts weighing the souls and that shit with the staff. Yep. Yeah, that set of numbers. Yep, that's what I wrote. Yep. Oh, so like I was saying, what he's doing with the weighing the souls, Anubis is connected with Thoth, like I was saying how they weigh the souls. Thoth is also connected to Khonsu, and Khonsu is to Moon Knight. Steven is dealing with type shit. I can't remember the mythology with Thoth and Khonshu right now, but I do know they are connected because they're both moon, looked at as moon deities, as well as damn, I cannot remember the mythology, bro. See, that's why I said that's why I said I gotta go back through them. I gotta go back through them, man. It's been a minute. A lot of knowledge we've been going through. So when it comes to weighing the hearts, what weighing the hearts does is basically like, so you know, in Christianity, if you live a good life, going to heaven or hell. In Egyptian mythology, it was when weighing the hearts, it's if your heart is light as a feather, if your heart is heavier than the feather, you're gonna be lost to the duat. Or in my perspective, I say you're gonna reincarnate. Or I think that's been Book of the Dead perspective. You're gonna reincarnate if you have that heavy heart. You're gonna reincarnate if you have the heavy heart. And then if you have the light heart and you're balanced, then I don't know if you have a balanced heart, that'd be a light heart. You're gonna ascend. Basically, you're gonna go to the next life. You're gonna ascend to heaven, quote unquote, or you're gonna go to the next life, of the next level of life, because you have life here, and you have life on the astral plane, you have life on the cosmic, you have life on the other higher dimensions that you've been reincarnated into. It's levels to this shit, man. There's levels into this. It never ends. You think you're gonna live this life and then it's all over? I'm living to prepare for what's next, and then the next life I'm gonna be preparing to learn what's next after that. So I'm trying to ascend, trying to grow. I want to know, cause I already know what's next. And they actually, yeah, like how I think I said earlier, that they actually take these they take us through the process of death and weighing of the heart. They actually take us through that in the later episodes, and that's why I say this is the best thing Marvel ever put out, for that reason, that they really took us through the weighing of the hearts. Not the full extent of it, but from what we've seen, they showed us healing, man. They showed us healing. They showed us how to balance hearts. We'll get there. So, trying to get my. Okay. Oh, and there's another revelation. that they show us that I've been talking about the whole year. Peep my Avatar trailer reaction. Peep that, because I said it in there. I dropped a little hint, and they drop it again in here. I've been saying it the whole year. Another thing is, also what happened was he was balancing the hearts. Can we get back to Moonlight? Bro was balancing the hearts, and basically, if they had a balanced heart, they would live. And then if they had an unbalanced heart, they would die on this physical plane. On this physical plane, they would die. So what we was basically doing was doing that process on the physical plane. Then again, they would automatically on the next plane. What would happen? If they failed it here, what's going to happen on the next plane? They're going to fail it again. So they're going to come right back. They're going to be a lost soul. How there's a lot of those, like, in tranquil spirits type shit. Here's a well, I'm all over the place. This edit is gonna be crazy. But the scales, what the scales represent, the scales themselves, what they're represented. This is a little hint to how to balance your heart, as have it as light as a feather. This is the hint. The scales themselves represent balance, truth, harmony. Know what I said? The scales in my art as well represent balance, truth, harmony. Do you get it? Do you understand? I'm gonna look. So bro was talking, he said, I judge you in Ahmed's name. I thought he said Ahmed's name when I first heard it. And the old lady, she got her heart way, and she was not balanced. And what she was saying was she was good her whole life, but the scale said her heart was not balanced. And with that, what they're saying is being good, quote unquote, being good means nothing. That's the message they're sending there. I got a burp. Excuse me. Sickening. So, yes, so she said she was a good person, but the question is, was she at peace within herself? Was she living her truth? Or was she living to be a good person? That's why her shit was not balanced. Are you in harmonic nature with yourself? So therefore you can be in harmonic nature with life. Are you in harmony? Is the point. Are you living your truth? Thanks, and y'all. Thank you, man. I appreciate it for real. So she got off. The next nigga, Ethan Hawke, starts looking for Steven, and he identified him easily. He said he started talking that Coptic. I think it was Coptic. The captions was in Chinese. He started talking that Coptic, and then that man Steven was delayed with it. Steven was delayed with it, so he pointed him out easily, and then he was asking him, he was like, you're a mercenary. So he was referring to his other personality, because earlier Khonshu was like Mark. He was calling him Mark. So that's his other personality, is Mark. So when the beats coming back, beats are coming back soon. Like I said earlier, I just dropped a tape today. That's last little music I'm gonna be dropping for a little second. These next projects, I'm gonna space them out. But I got beats coming. I just gotta finish them, and then a lot of them old beats. Cause remember, I privated a lot of the beats. I'm dropping them as a full like meditative tracks, like beat tapes. So all the like 174 hertz beats, all the 396 hertz beats, all the 852 hertz beats. I'm putting them all in one, and they're gonna be a beat tape, so you can sit down and meditate to them. That's what I'm gonna do with those. And then as well, I got some new shit cooking up too, and I'm gonna be I want to do beat tapes. I'm not gonna be doing. I don't feel like doing the ones every day, but because I wanted to keep doing projects type shit, and I just like need to bring back beat tapes. It's an art to it, especially with the creative sound and individuality in my sound in themselves. I can do the beat tapes like that type shit. That's real. Can this show as well. Exactly. Go ahead. Exactly. It's easy, bro. People can sit and listen to them, use them type shit if they want. I ain't tripping. They pay me. I mean, that's why I put them on DistroKid. It's still my shit. It's no exclusives when I'm using the. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's another thing. I'm eliminating the exclusives game. We're not doing exclusives no more. If you want an exclusive, you're gonna have to buy the custom G. But if I make it from scratch, best because it's a 50-50 chance, I'm gonna use it myself. And if you're doing with the exclusive, I'm gonna need 500. Niggas let Ace learn how to rap on his own beats. That was very dangerous. But back to Moon Knight. So yeah, he was calling him his other personality, and he was asking him for like, where's the scarab? And the scarab is like I put a picture of what the scarab looks like what the scarab in Egypt, what it really looks like, and then I put it up what it looks like in the show. And from what I know about the scarab is that it was just basically it was an important symbol in Egypt, as well as in my Egyptian tarot deck they use the scarab as the pinnacle, and the pinnacle represents earth, materialism, finances type shit. That's the earth element type in the tarot. So that's what I know about the scarab. But they have another purpose, so we can get that to the next other episodes when they reveal it. I want y'all to go watch and learn as I do. You might learn more than me. God damn. I feel that psilocybin still in my system from weeks ago. So Consul starts talking to him in this whole like confrontation. Consul starts talking. He's like, "Do not give him the scarab." But he says it like this: "You will give him nothing." Type shit. He said it like a direct command, like you will give him nothing. Type shit. This is how the spirit communication will like be. Like no one else heard it, but he did. So you will give him nothing. Yeah, even earlier, this is literally how I said the spirit talked to me when when I'm about to do something. They literally said the last minute, nigga, nah, that's not it, chief. Last very second. And I was like, yeah, this is when I wrote at this point. This is when it became a master class of spiritual communication type shit. As I explained earlier. So, niggas is tired. I wouldn't let y'all know that. A lot of shit happened today. It's been a good day, but there's been hella shit going on. Niggas' energy is. So Steve, he consciously, keep this in mind, his ego went against Consul's command type shit, and he tried to give the scarab. And what happened at that point was that nigga Vessel started going against him. So he would try and give it, he would try and use his will to move his arms, but his arms wouldn't move type shit. Then his body started going against him and actually walking away type shit. That boy Kansu started taking over the body. He started taking over because he knew he could. And this opens up the perspective of the mind not being the body. Like, you are not your body. That's what this is opening up. You are not your body. You are outside of your body. You are controlling it. This is a vessel. So your body is like a vessel for the soul and mind type shit. And at that point, what happened was when he started walking away, he blacked out. Remember how I said the dream would skip? They tried to make it like a dream. He skipped forward type shit. He blacked out. He woke up, nigga, it was just dead bodies around him. I was like, alright. I was like, somebody went crazy. Somebody was going crazy. And then he tried sliding on out of there. He tried sliding on under there, and then Kanzu had was trying to guide him, and then he was like barely listening like that. And bro was still, his ego was not trying to fold to the spirit. He wasn't trying to give in. His ego, his conscious mind was not trying to listen and go through with what Kanzu was telling him to do. Let me know. We still live in it? We good? We good? Okay. Shit tripping, dog. Is YouTube are they trying to stop me? Nothing can stop me in the midst of the chaos. Yeah, bro, that's not gonna work. But basically, I was saying he would black out when his adrenaline got so high, and then he just got out this wild ass situation. Nigga wiped out everyone because he was getting chased by a hell. I don't even know how to explain this. Go watch the scene, bro. I don't know how to explain it, bro. I'm a better writer than vocally putting it out. I'm definitely a writer. Like, when I write my book, and y'all see what I'm saying, but vocally explaining it, I was taking the knowledge, fam. There's a lot on my mind. By the way, the CGI in the first episode. Oh yeah, the CGI, bro. I don't know why people saying the CGI was some. Was he in the later episodes? It was cool, for like the last little boss fight. But nigga, the CGI to me was some mid, bro. The CGI was not in this first episode, bro. That nigga stopped the car. I was like, that's a CGI car, bro. That's not even real, bro. I can't be going out like that, bro. Not the CGI cars, bro. CGI trucks. Nah, fam. But everything else fire though. Everything else in the show, top tier. So then, yeah, when he had woke up again, he got cut off, and then at that point he just woke up. At that point he woke up. They didn't do like a little blackout transition. He just woke up. So remember how I was saying they tried to make it seem like it was a dream. So he woke up from that dream. He thought it was a dream. They're shooting it from his perspective. He comes to find out, nigga, it's been 3 days since he went to sleep. He had a whole different fish. He had got a date earlier in the episode. He had got a date. Jordy came to him and asked him, told him to meet her out. She asked him. I was like, ooh, this man Steve got the juice. Didn't even try. This man was missed the date by like 2 days. That shit was on a Friday. He didn't come till Sunday. Oh, bro. And I was like, this nigga's really experiencing ascension symptoms. That's that time dilation. He lost all track of time, bro. I've experienced this not to this extent. A lot of the shit in the show I've experienced, but not to this extent. Like, this is a very extreme they're showing you, but it's very real. But nigga, that time dilation, not having no idea what time it is or what day it is, could be off by fucking weeks, days. These holidays be coming up on me so quick, bruh. It's like so much time be flying. The month of May, I can't believe it's over already. And it's June 21st, and I'm talking about May's already over. See what I'm saying? I keep tracking time like with the dates for like my numerology and shit, but it just seems like I'm viewing, but I'm not really here type shit. I don't know how to explain it. Cause it just seems like it's going so fast, man. It's going faster every day. So he started looking around. He starts so he got back to his place after everything he figured out. Oh, it's been 3 days. He starts noticing shit's different. Found a phone, hella missed calls from this girl. Tried calling her, she calling him Mark. He's like, what the fuck? She hangs up. And then he starts hearing his voice. It's not Khonshu's voice, but it's like it's Mark's voice. It's an American voice. Steven has like a British voice, but Mark is American. He starts hearing his voice. He goes into the restroom. He finds it in there. Niggas in the mirror. I was like, yo. But the cinematography in this motherfucker is really top tier because they show a lot of like camera shots where it's like mirrored shots in between scenes type shit, foreshadowing type shit, or they're playing into that psychology, that both sides, that duality. So when he's talking to his other self in the mirror, that's a relaying theme throughout the whole show. And keep in mind, think about, why do these niggas tell you to not sit in mirror gaze? Like, what? Like, really think about that. They tell you don't mirror gaze, but I guarantee you, if you mirror gaze, you're gonna tap into another side of yourself. You're gonna like, whoa. You're gonna tap into your shadow. So for real, really sit in that mirror, it's gonna happen. Might start seeing some spirits too. Might start seeing some spirits too. You never know. But the thing is, the question of, are you ready for it? Are you ready to see it? I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I've tried sitting in the mirror and staring at myself, but doing it for a prolonged amount of time, that's hard, bro. I don't know why, it's just hard. Me personally, I can candle gaze. I can sit and stare at a sigil. But when I sit in that mirror and it's just me, that's different. Or even, it's easier to just sit in the dark and just speak to the darkness. But it's just me and my, that's spiritual though, man. That's the mind. But I know when I do accomplish that exercise, I can sit and just stare at myself for 20 minutes. Have a conversation. I know I'm gonna be on another level. The growth is gonna be impeccable. I just gotta find time to do that shit though, really. There's a lot of shit going on in this matrix. You got time to sit and do that right now. Shit, the energy's so damn high. Like even like I'm about to swing right now. As soon as he started talking, after was talking to Mark in the mirror, lights started going off. That shit. That's the energy. His energy being so high. I've peeped when I have a certain thought, or I ask for a sign type shit or something. Lights start going off. Shit start falling around me. That's that chaotic energy. That chaos energy. That's how the spirit works. It speaks through that. It's letting you know. It's giving you a sign. You're onto something. You're onto something. Let me lock this down. Let me fuck with you. But if you don't know that is what it is, it might, the being so in the physical world, it being knocked over might make you a little upset. That little emotion, that little emotional jolt that might come up is gonna block the message that is trying to be sent in that. And that's how spiritual communication works. For me, at least, I've noticed. Time really does not exist. It doesn't work how we think exactly. Time is, bro. I've sat and had it feel like 15 minutes went past, but it's really been an hour. Like, what the fuck? Especially when I'm doing magic or something, or I'm doing a ritual where I'm trying to tap in with the ancients. Nigga, I've sat and had it feel like 15 minutes and it'd be an hour pass. Like, what the fuck? Like, even right now, sitting here and talking in Decoded, I feel like I've been here for a cool minute, actually. I feel like I've been here for like a hot minute. I can't even see my times restarted a couple times, but I feel like I've been here for like probably 2 hours already. But I know it's probably shorter though. But it feels like I've been here for a minute. But it's a lot of knowledge though. It's a lot of knowledge. I wish I was feeling a little bit better. Physically. Type shit. That's what I was throwing up and shit earlier. That shit. Damn. Pull that shit makes me to get fit again. Trying to find my place again. Talking to a shadow. Oh. So when I took my shroom trip, I did look at myself in the mirror, but for like a couple of minutes. So I just used the restroom real quick, and I know how stream I want to get back to stream. But I was in that bathroom for a cool little second. Hella shit was going on in that restroom. Hella shit was going on in the bathroom when I was off shrooms. But one of the things I did was I looked at myself in the mirror. The lights was off, but we had like a little lamp that was like off the plug, and like it highlighted my face. So when I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself, I was just looking, and what I noticed was my face started aging. Like it was aging rapidly, and I took it as, okay, I'm going pretty fast. I'm going pretty fast, but as above, so below. If it's in one area, that means it's in all other areas. That means I'm really out here for age. Nigga, I'm bald. I'm 19 years old, bro, and I'm bald. So that means I gotta take it easier. We'll stress them. The thing is, the fucking Matrix going crazy though. But niggas is trying. Look, that was off the shrooms though. You know why? Into some niggas, and one homie told me, he said he took shrooms and he looked himself at the mirror and he seen like himself make an evil grin, but he didn't make the grin, and it spooked him, and that set him on a whole different path. He didn't dive in deeper spiritually. He had stopped. Me being me, I looked at it and was like, shit, I'm gonna dive in even deeper now, nigga. I'm gonna dive in even deeper. And you know what happened when I dived in even deeper? I started tapping into those same emotions, those same thoughts, those same visions, those same feelings, that same psilocybin. From that shroom trip, I've been able to tap into that just by diving in deeper with my spiritual work, with my study, with my research. It's like it's natural. It's like it's already there because I have a reference point I can go back to because I felt these things and seen these things before. And me being me, having an open, receptive nature to spirit, it's gonna come easy. And you can do it as well. You just gotta be open to it. You gotta release that fear. A lot of people ask me, how am I so fine with having my opinions, having my being so outward with it, not afraid to speak. It's like, nigga, I don't care, bro. That's not the my thing. Isn't to think like you or to think like others, to conform for others. This is how I think. I feel like more people should think like this. I feel like a lot of people actually do think like this and they're just scared to speak it out. Why they're scared, I don't know. Cause me personally, I talk about this shit all the time. So it's like, why not record, put it online? Why not? I'm always in the knowledge. And plus, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do this shit full time. Boy, what? Content creating full time? Especially with the knowledge, bro. And I got so many ideas, bro. Y'all ever heard of conscious gaming walkthroughs? Y'all not ready, bro. But another thing that happened was bro started running out. Oh, so when the light started flicking and shit, he had ran out. He was running from the fear. He ran out to the elevator, went down the level. It was dark as shit. Consul started pulling up on him. Still running away. He's basically running from himself, running from his power. That's what Steven was doing. He said, would you go on Twitch? To be honest, I'm actually going to be going to Twitch soon. I'm not going to keep doing this on YouTube. Because when I go back making beats and when I eventually do the gaming, I want to already be on Twitch. So I will be on Twitch in the future. YouTube is going to be for content for these videos. But I stream on YouTube because most of my base is already on YouTube. But so many ghosts already. Shout out to all y'all that come through for real. Shout out Fourth Dimension. Shout out Generica. Shout out Patrick. Shout out my nigga Titty Milk. Shout out all the legends that be coming through. Shout out Psychedelic. Shout out Striker. Shout out Zen. Looking at the chat. Shout out all y'all for coming through. I really appreciate that shit. Because y'all time is very valuable, but you decided you wanted to come and listen to what I had to say. So I'm very appreciative to that. But like I was saying, Steven was running from himself. Because he ran from Mark in the mirror. He wasn't trying to listen. Now he's running from Consul. These are all parts of himself. Even though he may not know it, he's still running from it. Type shit. So he's running from Consul and shit. Consul almost pulls up on him, but Consul, like, the vision transforms into a old lady. And this is what I was saying about when I was off the shrooms, and I was like, I can see why motherfuckers would be like, this shit is crazy. Because nobody else is going to have this perspective. Nobody sees what I see. So my thoughts, as crazy they may be, but I know they're true. So he legit seen Consul. Consul was real right in front of him. But that old lady pulled up on his ass and seen his ass get spooked because he jumped back and scared like a kid, like a little kid. That nigga was balled up in the elevator. And she was like, what the fuck, bro? She was even spooked herself because of that shit. Thought that nigga was insane. Crazy. And they're playing into that, like they're showing how that throughout this whole show. This first episode especially. And they're showing how Steven is insane. Peep that. We come at this episode 6, you'll see how that flips. Which is crazy. Like, the writing on this motherfucker shit is top tier. But after that, I think nigga was in the elevator. Then he turned his head. The nigga Consul was right on his shit like this. If this is Steven, that nigga Consul was right here like this on this shit. And he fucking he got spooked, and then he he blacked out again. Like he was in a dream. He woke up on the bus at that point. So he thought it was another dream. Then he looked out the window and he started seeing Kansu, and he realized, nigga, this wasn't no dream. And that's what spirits will do to you. I said, when they will come back up, they will keep sending you messages. You will keep saying they symbols. With me, personally, I see the first letter, their sigil, their number. Shout out Lucifer. I be seeing L's all the time. Shout out Bune. I be seeing 26s all the time. So I go. They will keep trying to get your attention. Keep trying to send you that message. Keep letting you know that you are in contact, letting you know that they are with you. But see, in the case of Steven, this nigga was running away from his own power. He was running away from it. He wasn't heeding the message. So he got off the bus and he ran into the museum. And a girl was trying to get him to work. He was like, fuck all that. He was like, fuck all that. And then Ethan Hawke pulled up out of nowhere on him and started talking that sass to him. He started dropping game on him, talking about who Ahmed was. So before I get into him telling about Ahmed, the dreams, the thing about the dreams, so how it kept seeming like he was waking up and like it was a dream. What they're trying to convey to us in this, what I feel, or my interpretation of it is, dreams are real. These experiences he's having, where it seems like he's dreaming, they're real. As above, so below. In this context, in our reality, dreams are real. Sometimes you don't remember your dreams because your consciousness ain't got enough light. You don't have enough energy to process that information coming from the subconscious, which is real. It's a different aspect. Every night you astral travel, you just don't know it if you're not dreaming. So they're telling us dreams are real. And I've had dreams where I've actually happened in dreams and that manifests in reality. That's that Blue Lotus special. Where's my that Blue Lotus special? Got my first You Kill Earth pack. You see it? Yes. Packed in with some Blue Lotus in here. Get your dreams right. But that's the thing though, man. You gotta remember. Sometimes I remember my dreams, sometimes I don't. Last night I didn't remember my dream, but the night before that I had a pretty crazy dream. Type shit. And there's ways you can get better at dreaming. Some tips for dreaming, to remember your dreams. Wake up, write notes, write them. As soon as I wake up, I try and go straight into my notes. That's what I do. Or if you're straight up just not having dreams, what you need to do is not eat a couple hours before you go to sleep. Don't eat right before you go to bed. Eat a couple hours before. That will help. For real. Because your body needs energy. So you want to have as much energy in your body as possible to not have it to be expended. So when you eat, the problem is you're expending it when you're digesting it. See what I'm saying? So just drink some water. So then you just release urine before you go to bed. So that's one little thing that helps. It has helped me. Or fast the whole day. If you fast the whole day, you're guaranteed to have a dream at night. Fast the whole day, just drink water, you're definitely gonna have a dream at night. Because your body's not using that energy to digest all that food. It's gonna take you straight to the astral plane. That's where your mind's gonna go. While your physical body is repairing itself as well. Oh, so yeah, so now, yeah, even Hart started, so then even Ethan Hawke started talking that sass about, to Steven about Amit and what she stands for. He said she was betrayed by the fellow gods and even her own avatar. Avatars are what we are dealing with in Moon Knight. Okay, remember what I said earlier about Avatar 2, the trailer? Remember that? Coming back to it. This Avatar shit is crucial. Steven is an avatar. How he has all these different personalities, they're avatars. You are an avatar. You just don't know of who. You may not know, or you may know. I'm an avatar. I know I'm an avatar. I know. You can tap into this information. You just gotta think. You're not gonna come into this knowing it one day. You will be chosen. You will be chosen, or you will fall into it. You will line up with that frequency naturally. This avatar shit is very real, bro. This avatar shit is very real, and there's levels to it. There's extents to it. In Moon Knight, we're shown a very extreme, a very, what even would call it extreme? But it's a very, cause it's still grounded, but it's a Marvel, man. It's a superhero. You just gotta watch Moon Knight to understand what I'm saying on that one, cause it's not necessarily extreme. Like example, like The Boys. The Boys is another show with superheroes in reality. But the thing is, I don't feel like The Boys is necessarily extreme. The Boys is extremely graphic. That's what The Boys is. But it's really grounded in reality if superheroes was really real. See what I'm saying? Same thing with Moon Knight. It's not necessarily graphic, extremely graphic, but it is grounded. It's grounded, but it got some things to it. So he starts he found this out that he was an avatar because that nigga Ethan Hawke he had weighed his heart. He had took the staff to him and weighed his heart. And what he had told him was he has chaos within him. He has a lot of chaos energy within him. And he's basically saying that boy is a chaos being. He's telling that boy he is a chaos being. He has high energy, how I was saying with the lights flickering. His visions, what he's seeing, his experiences. So all goes into it. This is that chosen one type shit. He's saying he's an avatar. So then Steven started running away, and Ethan Hawke started to protect him. He was like, let him go. Be easy on him. I'll say, interesting. That's interesting. I just had wrote a note here that they started going with the mirrors. They were just doing more mirrors, different perspectives. The cinematography was top tier. So Steven's walking in the museum at night, and he starts seeing and hearing. Peep this. He starts seeing and hearing, sensing an Egyptian jackal. It wasn't really there, which we find out in the next episode. But I think a collar. What the fuck? Alright. It wasn't really there, which you find out in the next episode, but he could fully sense it like it was really there. He was seeing shit knock over and everything. And I get tired, bro. And the Astro's calling. He runs to the bathroom from this jackal type shit, and this is when it tees up. This is the best scene. Whole first episode. I won't say the whole show because they had some fire ass scenes the whole show. But this is my favorite scene of the whole episode. So they're in the bathroom and there's mirrors on both sides. So when you look on one side, you see the mirrors, but you see the mirrors behind you as well. So it creates like a multi effect, a never ending effect of just use of never ending Stevens. And he was talking to Mark in there, and Mark was telling him, let me get control of the body to save him. And he was like, fuck it. But during this whole scene, what made it fire was the music was intense. It was, you could feel the stakes raising, as well as on the walls, studying the text on the walls. On the walls, you start seeing hieroglyphs, and then behind Steven at the end was, you could see this nigga Thoth to the left and Horus to the right. You could see it on the walls, man. And that made me so damn happy. I was like, my nigga Thoth. They got Thoth in this hole. But yeah, man. That nigga transformed in the Moon Knight. Dropped off the Jackal. Then the episode ended, bro. That shit was gas. These notes took me 90 minutes to write. 90 minutes to 2 hours, I think it took me to write from a 1 hour episode, bro. I was locked in. Fucking high, bro. I got something in there. But it's been a good one, man. I'm finna slide on out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know what y'all think. Feedback. I'm always open to constructive criticism or any new thoughts, ideas, any things I can implement to make this experience better, or also what you might have learned as well, or what you might have peeped in Moon Knight that I didn't even see. And I'll see y'all next week where we go into episode 2 and more spoilers. And shall we all tap in, man? I'll catch y'all, man. Ace out.